When you need advice, come to Ben and Kelly. It's Group Therapy on 99.7 DJX.
All right, so if you're ever in a spot where you're like, man, I just need the opinion of some people who aren't emotionally involved in my situation, reach out to us. We'll toss it out to our listeners and see what we can do for you.
We have no emotions.
None. Shawn writes this and is like, hey, my wife and I are going to be going to Universal right after Christmas this year, and we are taking our 3 children. I don't think we need to get our kids anything else since this trip is so expensive. My wife disagrees and wants to get the kids each a new pair of shoes, a new jacket, and a pair of AirPods. That's crazy. These kids are going to Universal. They do not need anything else this year from us. My wife said that ruins the magic of Christmas if they don't have a present to open up on Christmas morning. She has barely said anything to me in almost a week. She's really upset. Now, should I stand my ground since I'm right, or go with her to go and get the kids gifts?
Oh, wow. Can I say that over 132 comments later on Facebook, people have some opinions. Jessica said, I disagree. Unless they're adult children, coats and shoes or necessities would be a nice gift, although expensive AirPods would be great for the trip. I agree. Christmas morning, they need to have something to open. Unless they're adult children. Calm down, guy. It's Christmas.
Is there a way to wrap something from Universal for them to open and hey, reminder, there's a big trip we're literally leaving for tomorrow. You know what? This
is one thing that a lot of people asked too, because he kind of left out the ages of the 3 kids, but I'm assuming that they're younger.
Yeah, I'm assuming that too.
Yeah, and so if they're younger, then give them a little something. So it would make sense that goes along with the trip, maybe.
I mean, is there any room for compromise here? So I don't know. That's what we're going to try to figure out here. So group therapy, 502-571-9970. Man, do you want to be a Grinch for Christmas, or do you want to let your kids at least open something, even though you're taking a big old expensive trip to Universal the day after Christmas? That's what Shawn's thinking here on 99.7 DJX. Hey, my 3 kids are getting a trip of a lifetime. They're going down to Universal.
They don't need presents. Yeah. I think we know where you fall by the way, your choice of words. You want to be a big old Grinch?
Well, I see what he's saying. Look, that trip is not going to be cheap. And
sure.
It is definitely one of those trips where you're going to remember, and when you're down there, you're going to spend a lot of money too, Well,
but his wife wants to get them a new pair of shoes, a new jacket, and a pair of AirPods. And a lot of people are pointing out these are pretty practical presents, things that they're going to need at some point anyway. And she's kind of killing 2 birds, 1 stone by making them Christmas presents. Amanda said your statement of because I'm right means you're unwilling to change your perspective. She's not going to change hers either if that's the energy you're bringing to her. Compromise is everything. Perhaps you buy the shoes and coats, and she forgoes the AirPods for a less expensive option. But you come at her with the attitude of nothing because I said so, you're going to lose, dude.
Yeah.
And then we got a couple of other comments. Jessica said maybe get the kids gifts, but AirPods are expensive. So can you compromise on the gifts? Maybe find some that are a little less expensive. Amanda said, I'm sorry, I agree with your wife. Christmas is once a year, and there's something magical for kids. Get the gifts. Yes, Universal is expensive. We did it this summer, and the kids got wands and robes while there, but Christmas morning's magical, even for older kids. Get the presents, enjoy their happiness. Those memories are worth more than money.
All right, got a few people waiting on hold here. Nina.
Well, this is what I think. I think if it was pre-planned in advance, then they could get away with not buying gifts because that could have been the Christmas present.
Yeah.
But since they already know the trip's happening, then you kind of have to give something. But you could give things like, I don't know if they're flying or driving or whatever, like a goodie bag that they could take on the plane, for snacks or stuff that they could use on the trip.
Nina, thank you.
You're welcome.
All right.
Have a great day.
Yeah, you too. Hey, Shelby. So what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I'm in the middle. I do agree. Yeah, I do think they should have something to open, but I don't think you need to go like incredibly crazy. You're spending thousands of dollars on this trip already, and so I think it kind of will humble them more, if that makes sense, and maybe get them something that's more, essential for the trip. Like, I think the shoes make sense, the jacket makes sense. But do they already have AirPods? Like, if they already have them, that's impractical. Use that money towards something on the trip. The food is incredibly expensive. Maybe, like, they'll want something from Harry Potter World. Like, that's expensive.
Yeah. If the wand chooses them, then you're in the hole for, $50 just to buy a wand.
Right. And would they rather have wanted the new wand or the AirPods?
Yeah.
Think about it.
That's true.
Saying.
Shelby, thank you so much for calling in.
You're welcome. Have a great day.
Hey, you too. Andrew, the Love Doctor.
How you doing, buddy?
I'm good, man. So what are your thoughts on this?
This guy, I mean, he's, his wife is dead on. He's got to get them gifts for Christmas morning. It's the magic of Christmas. That's what kids live for, regardless of the trip that they're going on. Because here's what's going to happen is, as a kid, remember when you got back to school, it's one of the first things your friends asked you.
Yeah, what'd you get?
What'd you get for Christmas?
Yeah.
Christmas Day, what'd you get, right? Nothing? Yeah, no, he's got to go with her to get gifts. She's exactly right. Even if they're taking an expensive trip the next day. The second thing he's got to realize, if he irritates her long enough, that might have lingering effects on his relationship with her down the road. So
That's
that
true.
might be something he's paying for not only during the holidays, but after the holidays are over.
Andrew, the Love Doctor, always such valued advice. Thank you.
Keep on loving, guys.
All right, you too.
Yeah, I mean, you don't want to look at this as a lot of people took issue with the way that he kind of positioned the issue. Like, tell everybody that everyone needs to tell her I'm right. And so it's about compromise, and I think he needs to understand everybody's kind of on team. Give them something to open. Whether it's related to the trip or, is going to help. It's just, the things she suggested are pretty practical, other than the AirPods are a little pricey, so maybe she can find another alternative to that.
Jennifer's all like, listen, I'll get my kids AirPods if that means it keeps them occupied and quiet on the trip.
Hashtag worth it.
Hashtag worth it. All right. So I think we're all in agreement here where it's like, even if it's little or something, you got to give them something to open and... maybe something that you could use for the trip. So
Exactly.
All right. Well, hopefully that helps. I know it's probably not the answer that you were looking for, Shawn.
That is not what he was looking for.
No.
He was looking for us to be like, yeah, dude, stand your ground.
Stand your ground. You guys are already paying thousands of dollars to go down to Universal anyway. So, man, let them know that Christmas morning when they wake up and they run downstairs, they're like, remember, we're going... Pack your bags. We're going to Universal tomorrow. All right. Well, let us know how it all works out. That is. Group therapy.